United States. Lights around the Hard Rock Stadium. Largely for him, but obviously Higuain as well. And Di Maria. Pastore is on the bench. Somewhat. Ball is still up there. Lovely balance. Just shot past Higuain. Yeah, but it certainly looked to be out first time.
Excellent play from Di Maria. At least his intentions were very good. 63 million euro Paris Saint-Germain spent on him a couple of seasons back. And real responsibility on him to provide for Cavani.
Flick from Higuain, formerly club colleague of Angel Di Maria at Real Madrid for 3 seasons. Just didn't quite come off. Motta. Verratti had a temporary opening. Lucas to try and pick something out on the right. Ross wasn't bad. So somewhat sky clearance, but it paid off. Maybe the case that Unai Emery and those above him are putting all their chips on red and blue to bring Neymar here. It would be a massive signing for them. It obviously would more than likely eclipse the signing of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, although Ibra would be the last in the world to agree with that.
It's a massive transfer window for PSG. Real sense after that collapse against Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-finals last season. They do need to change something. They just keep banging on the door but getting no further than the last 8. And they have to back up that talk of being real contenders to win the Champions League.
Emery is a man who is a master of conquering Europe. 3 Europa League titles in a row with Sevilla, and that's the sort of pedigree that Paris Saint-Germain want him to produce in the biggest competition of all. Cavani. It's decent close control. Lace couldn't get Lucas away. Solid there for not for long though. He's just been a step behind the pace so far. Can't say no like Quadrado, he's been excellent. Dybala likewise. It's wide for Stefan Lichtsteiner. Short by Dybala again for Bentancur. Benny Benatia. Twice league winner with Bayern Munich and now once with Juventus. Doing yet another double last season. Their 3rd in a row. They'd gone 20 years without winning the cup. 2015, 16 and 17. They've won, been unbeaten in every single game. Alexandro, it's a vicious cross. Too strong and away. Smothered by Areola.
Great as well from Sandro. Lovely touch. Got it out of his feet quickly as well. Picked out here by Chiellini. Watch this for the touch that allows him to get the cross away. Got a bit of luck. Got a vicious cross in.
Oh, with Kevin Trapp ineligible for this game after his setting off against Tottenham at the weekend. It means 2 somewhat inexperienced goalkeepers between the posts eligible for Paris Saint-Germain tonight. And Mandzukic rolls that through with Sirigu going on a free to Torino. The Italian who'd again been one of the early signings at the start of the PSG revolution. And a corner to defend too, which Dybala's looking to take. It's an excellent one in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Mandzukic couldn't get a proper connection though.
Juve have been the better team so far. All the players who didn't start last time out, the likes of Cuadrado, Dybala, who came on in the second half, looking very sharp tonight. And some of the players who struggled, Lichtsteiner, Bentancur, getting some decent touches early on. PSG will have their minds on that Trophée des Champions game against Monaco to come at the weekend.
It's not the first time they've brought it to Africa either. It was 4 years ago. They're playing it somewhat like Lagos.
Yeah, they played it in Gabon, Libreville. It's been in Canada and China as well. Been doing that the last 7 or 8 years, playing the curtain raiser for the French season abroad.
Definitely spreads the French game and awareness of it. The Bird's Nest in Beijing, which was such a wonderful host stadium for the 2008 Olympics and Paralympic Games, fell into a bit of disuse for a year or two, and they started attracting all the major clubs in the world. It's been a regular stop-off for this International Champions Cup. The Italian Super Cup's been played there as well in recent years. Here goes Dybala. Solid cutout it was by Matuidi. Di Maria. Cross the bows of Buffon. Di Maria, who scored the winning goal in the Olympic final in 08 in that Bird's Nest Stadium. Shot across but couldn't keep on target.
He got 13 goals in all competitions last season. Di Maria 4 in the Champions League. And as I mentioned, he was the major signing for PSG 2 summers ago. They tend to look for one big signing, the likes of David Luiz Cavani have all come in over the years. Could be Neymar this year.
He's continued to play for major clubs, Di Maria, but in a way you might be a bit surprised he left Real Madrid when he did, and the fact he was only at Manchester United for a year or 18 months, despite it being a major period of flux for them.
I mentioned it before, PSG really have to get it right this summer. If you look at their summer signings from last term, really only Meunier was a success. Krakowiak, Hesse, Ben Arfa, none of them worked out.
Cuadrado went down interestingly on the edge of the area, but neither the referee Ted Unkel nor the assistant on the far side Trent van Heidsma saw any indiscretion. This is Chiellini, now about to enter his 13th competitive season for Juventus after joining them from Fiorentina. Nigh on 450 competitive games for the old lady. Turin as well. Chiellini with the tee up for Khedira. Alexandra just in front of Higuain. Neither number 9 has really got into the game yet. And despite the openness of it, not quite what we might have expected from either. penalty for Matuidi. Di Maria finding his path, cut out by Benatia.
He shoulders a lot of responsibility this season as well. Benatia, with Bonucci leaving for Milan. Just reading that Chiellini is reflecting on that move, said that Bonucci has been a companion in everything he'd done over the past 7 years. They'd seen each other more than even their own families. Massive change for Juve, especially since he's joined one of their biggest rivals.
Certainly brings a different dynamic to it. Having been such close companions down through the years in Juventus colours. Lucas Moura trying to get Meunier away in the overlap, but it was well covered by Chiellini.
Just on that as well, one of the outcomes of that transfer, Consumer Rights Group has ordered Juventus to pay back fans who recently bought a Juventus jersey with Bonucci on the back. They said that no one could have predicted he'd join Milan.
Those shirts that haven't already ended up in the bin, you mean? Di Maria teeing up. Almost looked as if he was getting the balance in for a shot, but Lucas on the near side almost released.
It's much more like regular Juventus defence, and they look very comfortable at the moment. Asamoah was at left back against Barcelona. Lichtsteiner really struggled, as he would, to handle Neymar. But PSG not really landing a punch at the moment.
Have had a couple of openings in the game, but nothing of any real consequence. Efforts wasn't just fine after 17 minutes. Instead he's been largely Juve up front. Higuain and Dybala and Higuain, and only Mandzuki's waiting in the middle, but the company's arriving now. Higuain misplaced. First yellow card. Was about to say that Ted Uncles had very little to do so far in the game. And that changes now, the hold off by Rodrigo Bentancur. Okay, Pembe.
Yeah, harsh enough yellow card on that for Bentancur.
First caution of the game, but having come from Boca Juniors, he has played in somewhat fiercer climes. Deal to Juventus, that was triggered in part by Carlos Tevez' move the other way a few seasons back. He's enjoyed since his return home. It's all got a bit more cerebral now instead of the early tub-thumping kind of play. Here's Di Maria. Motta. Came through Lucas Moura. Thiago Silva. Sport wide for Meunier if they wish to find him through the middle for Di Maria. Lovely little flick. Nice cut out by Quadrado, who'd tracked back successfully. But PSG are now beginning to make themselves a lot more of a nuisance up front. Look at the amount of yellow shirts forward, and in contrast, those back for Juve. Muniz come on it now. Nice chip, beautiful ball inside. Chiellini just got the blocking header in. Tweedy looking for a breakthrough, and still looking for it. Won't be found by Verratti. He might be now. Di Maria's in support as well. Thumping stop. Buffon getting across. Closest we've come to a goal. And Buffon's defence was breached, but the great man himself wasn't.
Yeah, much more like it from PSG. Muniz cross just before that, landing on the head of the wrong player. Perhaps it was Matuidi on the end of it. He headed across goal when the striker might have gone for goal himself. After that though, Verratti teeing up Di Maria, waiting in the slot, pointing where he wanted it. And a few bodies in front of Buffon there, so that was a good save. He would have seen it late.
Well, he's built his career on that. Ten times he's been a league winner with Juventus, 8 of those titles they've kept. 622 competitive appearances for the club, 169 for Italy. Still got a bit of time on his side, but the one prize is yet to win the Champions League. They've been coming close the last 3 seasons, without lifting the famous old trophy in the end. Back header by Alexandro for Buffon.
Di Maria is the one player standing out for me from PSG and for the crowd as well. You could hear the reaction. Little step over from him, causing problems for Lichtsteiner over on the far side.
Higuain. The challenge from Verratti, give me the free kick away. It's right in front of goal. Presnel Kimpembe, present also the former Democratic Republic of Congo underage international, but now a French under-21. Verratti was the man who had the closest nibble. Prospects here, certainly.
Good play from Higuain, driving run to earn that free kick.
Dybala fancy a crack. Good try. Excellent save by Areola. He's being tested tonight, this raw 23-year-old.
Yeah, and Areola will be feeling this is an opportunity for him as well, given that trap and such a disastrous performance last time out. Made a terrible mistake for a goal before being sent off for, well, either handling outside the area or taking. No, number one. The free kick is being retaken, by the way.
Well, here we go again. Ted Uncle may have spotted someone. As well, but it's the same player. Slightly different result, but still goalless.
Yeah, lovely skill from Dybala again. He was very close that time. Areola made the save first time round, but he was more worried by this free kick, scrambling across
Wide for Lucas Moura. Verratti. And Di Maria, lovely cut inside. Couple of wonderful shimmies. The final ricochet was not to his advantage, but beautiful skill from the mercurial Argentine.
Well, this is what we all know Di Maria is capable of, and it's a criticism of one or two of the PSG players over the years that they haven't backed up their reputation often enough in the big matches. We'll have Julian Draxler to come back into this side as well, who was a very astute signing in January.
Alexandro. Higuain hasn't had too many opportunities so far up front of a look in tonight. Quadrado certainly has though. Not this time though. Very good cut out by the new arrival. Yuri, the former Spanish underage international. It's not too many PSG players who have got Cheltenham Town on their resume, but he does. Here goes Lucas, but not for long. More than adequate cut out by Alexandro. Part of that great Santos side that lifted the Copa Libertadores back in 2011, including the very young and very much at the time up and coming Neymar, but he had a year to remember. Built his career on it since then.
Yeah, new Manchester City signing as well, if I'm not mistaken. Danilo.
What a giveaway! Cavani has the ball in the net. Well, it's been ruled out. Well, Cavani appealing to Jose de Silva, the assistant on the near side. The crowd a bit disenchanted that they have had tonight's breakthrough run. It's Dybala, but not for long. Good cut out by Verratti. PSG on the charge again, held up by Lucas. This is Thiago Motta. Can they put things to right from their point of view this time? It's an interesting one. Well, the position of Chiellini suggests it might just have been on.
I think their argument as well is that it came off Benatia last. Not many games in this competition have gone half an hour without a goal. We've been very lucky.
Verratti. Beautiful back heel. Set things in motion for them again. Buffon and company to face another corner. Lucas with the pop.
Yeah, Lucas still only 24 at his most productive season. Last time out with PSG, 18 goals in all competitions, heading into his 6th campaign with the club now.
11 trophies at them. 4 leagues, 3 cups and 4 French League Cups, the Coupe de la Ligue. Lucas Moura trying to pull it back again. Di Maria! Great opportunity. Mandzukic with the little flick on in the way. Buffon forced the punch away. Quadrado putting it out for the throw, but Paris Saint-Germain now looking very, very dangerous. It's taking them a while to get going up front.
Yeah, camped in the Juve half right now. They're able to find their men as well. PSG, Di Maria, unmarked, picked out by Lucas Moura. Maybe should have hit it first time. But again, they keep coming.
Thiago Motta getting it out wide. Kimpembe. Verratti. Nice play. Sakamoto unable to get it very far. The rebound to Dybala, who we barely had reason to mention over the past 10 minutes or so. And a little bit of a winding, we'll see Ted Unkel interrupt play for the new permanent signing from Bayern Munich, Mehdi Benatia. Was on loan last season. Motta with the crack. And Benatia will recover eventually. Found that quite eye-watering himself, but he's gingerly trotting about, but up and okay. Mandzukic found a way to get Dybala away. The slice clearance didn't work at all from Yuri. Back for Cuadrado. Dug out again by Betancourt. Cuadrado start himself up for the shot. Areola with a very good save. Did the textbook job of parrying it out wide. Well, despite his lack of experience, he's done a very good job in keeping Juventus out.
Yeah, another good save. PSG standing off Cuadrado and dipping. Areola got it well away from danger as well. Did play a few Champions League matches last season in the group stages. And was a World Cup winner at under 20 level with France. He's the hero in the penalty shootout in the final against Uruguay as well, saving two. It was Paul Pogba's France under 20s. Won the World Cup in 2013.
Most cases normally a good viewfinder into the future. Spain have won a lot of underage trophies in the past 10 years. France have done the same in the last 5. Maria getting it out wide. Good piece of reinvention between with the cutback, managed to keep it in. It's another corner for Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, Matuidi had a bit of a mare against Roma earlier in this tournament. Missed 3 really good chances in the second half of that match. PSG eventually winning on penalties. Almost created the opener here.
Dangerous one inside again. Verratti picking up a yellow card for handball, incidentally.
It's actually an area that Verratti's got a lot better in. There was a time when it was, well, it would have saved everyone a bit of time if he was just given a yellow card at the start of the game to get it over with.
Cavani, nice little flick trying to get Verratti away. It's cut out well by Sami Khedira. Cuadrado denied. Cavani, short for Di Maria. It's a lot more like it from Paris Saint-Germain now. Cavani once more. Plenty of support. Short by Blaise Matuidi. Verratti. And Matuidi made a very comfortable run inside. Could have let it go out for the corner. A bounced up Lichtsteiner was heading out. Verratti again. Di Maria with the cut inside, and Di Maria still going. Benatia got in the way.
Di Maria and Verratti in particular putting the squeeze on here for PSG. You can see how important Verratti is when he's on his game. Most talk he had his heart set on a move to Barcelona this summer, but looks to have the right attitude tonight.
Meunier maybe ending up with Spanish Primera Liga giant himself. Neither of the big two in Spain come calling you. Generally don't say no. Tweedy. The ball out wide again. The new creativity from Yuri being shown down that Paris Saint-Germain left hand side. Cuadrado doing the same. Loan move from Chelsea, won the league title with them. And a couple with Juve as well now. Nice little touch off to Dybala. The relationship he's opened up with him already fantastic. And it's Higuain. Super block by Thiago Silva. Juve with the move of the match up to this point. But still no breakthrough.
Yeah, good movement from Higuain. €90 million signing last summer from Napoli. Controversial move in some ways, but they spent a chunk of the money they got from Paul Pogba's sale to Manchester United on Higuain. When you get 24 goals in the league and a couple of big ones in the Champions League semi-finals against Monaco, well, you can see why they signed him. Thiago Silva, though, stayed with him there.
Cavani took too long, there was an opening otherwise. Might not quite have the pace that he had in more youthful seasons. And he was helping Napoli into the Champions League.
Yeah, Cavani's 30 years old now, but set to break Zlatan Ibrahimovic's record at PSG, 156 goals he needs to get.
Cuadrado for Higuain. Just couldn't pick out Mandzukic in the middle.
Cavani, incidentally, only 26 goals behind Zlatan in the all-time scoring charts for PSG players.
Verratti as the break is made by Cavani. Chiellini anticipated as Cavani tried to recreate one of the all-time famous major cup final goals. Verratti found by Thiago Motta. Good ball in towards the centre again, trying to pick Matuidi out. Got into an excellent position. Stayed onside. It's Meunier. Just couldn't get on the end of that one to shove on Chiellini, but he won't get there anyway.
You can see the difference a quality defender makes at one end. Thiago Silva staying with Higuain, and then in the space of a minute, Chiellini making three important interventions. First, the block on the volley from Cavani, then a header clear, and then just blocking off Meunier's run. So calm at the back. Master of the arts.
Higuain released, and he'll score. A quiet first half until now. Lovely goal to put Juventus in front.
Well, exactly like I said, Gonzalo Higuain can be quiet in games, but he comes alive at the right moment. Little 1-2 with Dybala, and how about this for a finish? Clipped over Areola and into the corner. The Argentine putting Juve ahead with a beautiful goal.
Breakthrough coming right on the 45. So where we go for the second half, a plethora of changes for both sides. Should become apparent as the game wears on, but I can tell you already that Yese, Nduku and Cagliari are all on for Paris Saint-Germain. Marchisio, Storaro, Moiskin will be brought on immediately for Juventus at the start of this second half. Coming forward is Kuzawa for PSG. Di Maria, one of the few first half survivors, wins the corner straight away of Matteo De Silio. His first touch of the game, the Italian international.
Yeah, De Silio, a new signing for Juventus, having been brought in from AC Milan, where he worked with Allegri previously.
Corner short for Christopher Nkunku, dangerous one towards the far side.
Good start from Nkunku there. He's part of the French squad at the Under-20 World Cup in South Korea back in May. Celso is on as well, the Argentine. His father and Di Maria's father are friends and neighbours, apparently, back in Rosario.
So 4 changes for Juventus: Torara, Marchisio, Rincon and Keane. For Mandzukic, Betancourt, Higuain and Cuadrado. Paris Saint-Germain have made 6 changes: Marquinhos, Guedes, Alves, Kuzawa, Nduku and Jesse replacing Cavani, Matuidi, Yuri, Munier, Mora and Silva. Hope you were paying attention for all that.
Yeah, the new frontman for Juventus is a youngster, Keane, just 17 years old, Italian under-17 international.
Tight work being done by Levin Kuzawa, the French international. Celso, Cagliari on for Verratti and Motta. 8 outfield changes for Paris Saint-Germain. And De Silio replacing Benatia. 5 changes for Juventus. I'm sure I saw Pjanic as well to make it 6. Trying to keep his balance is Gonzalo Guedes. Challenge coming on him from Thomas Rincon, the Venezuelan captain. Man who was player of the tournament of the Copa America when Venezuela reached the semi-finals. They've never played in a World Cup, but they've done quite well the odd recent Copa America. This is De Silio. Amundra Goga and Marzali have replaced Sandro and Chiellini. Pjanic in for Khedira. That's 8 outfield changes for Juventus now.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with the changes in pre-season, but what it does show is the strength of both squads. There's international players coming on. Plenty of places up for grabs. Both sides.
I think actually Di Maria is the only outfield player who's survived because Jean-Christophe Bahabek is also on, so everybody else has gone off.
Kende is still there as well, striding forward for PSG.
A wide for Kazara. Di Maria trying to force his way through. Wide for Levin Kurzawa, the man who came for 23 million euros from Monaco 2 years ago. Definitely a bargain by 2017 prices. Fall in front of Dani Alves.
Yeah, the man who replaced Kurzawa at Monaco is no longer there. Benjamin Mendy moving on to Manchester City, the most expensive defender in the world now.
Crosswell by Marquinhos. It's a dangerous looking one towards the far post, and leaping up Christopher Nduku, man who helped Paris Saint-Germain to the final of the UEFA Youth League last season, in which they were beaten. His first goal for PSG came in a 7-0 cup win over Bastia in January. Juventus have indeed changed their entire outfield 10. First touch coming from Storaro, and he's almost found the net. It's an excellent save. Keeping it 1-0 on the break. Lo Celso. Buffon standing up well. Brilliant end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, Lo Celso with the chance that time. A man who could have gone to Roma. His father was over in Rome before he went to PSG, weighing up what move would be best for his son. 21-year-old testing Buffon. Storaro going very close at the other end. The man who spent most of his time firefighting against Barcelona in the last match that Juventus played. Lovely ball through from De Silio for him. And off the woodwork.
Both sides have more than 11 substitutes, so we may see further changes before the end of the opening. Di Maria pulled it across. Paris Saint-Germain equalise right at the start of the second half through Gonzalo Guedes. Juve could be 2 up at this stage, but they've been dragged back instead. And Guedes, the man who's won the last 3 league titles in Portugal with Benfica, who signed for PSG for 30 million, brings them on terms.
Yeah, no surprise though that it was Di Maria who created it. Kurzawa with a nice little pass inside, and then it opened up for Di Maria. The Argentine had the presence of mind to seize the opportunity, and he had his head up as well to spot Guedes free at the back post. Brilliant from Di Maria, and a good confidence boost for Guedes, the youngster, ahead of the new season.
It's the first 18-year-old to be given a debut for Portugal since Cristiano Ronaldo.
Very much eased into the action for PSG after joining in January. 30 million euros they spent on him. 20-year-old who had played and scored in the Champions League before Christmas. Only made 7 appearances in Ligue 1. It's
a Kuku down the left-hand side, almost wide open by Jesse. As Buffon flapped and missed it. Scuffed clear by Mandragora, the Italian under-21 international. Juve with their plethora of changes, trying to settle early in the second half. So, nice little flick from the man who scored PSG's equaliser, Guedes. Di Maria cutting inside. That was handball, and it was well spotted actually by Ted Uncle as he tried to go all the way.
A good play from Nkunku here with the cross, and nothing going right for Jesse at the moment in a PSG shirt. A little touch from Buffon denying him that time.
Plenty of striped shirts around Di Maria, but he did try and flick it past the ball with his hand. 4-point margin Juve had over Roma last season was the tightest for them in years. A couple of 17-point gaps over Roma, which they won the titles in 2014 and 15 that way. Silio's done very well to keep that in.
So we finally know who Juve will be playing on the opening day of the new Italian season. The fixture's finally announced. Cagliari at home, who finished 13th last season, then Genoa away, another team who finished in the bottom half of the table. Big month for Juve in December, Napoli, Inter and Roma.
Nice Saint-Germain pressing again. Di Maria, the man with all the openings. Marchisio upended for the free kick. Coming from a family of Juve season ticket holders, he's been involved in each of the 6 title-winning seasons in a row that Juve have enjoyed. Remember, for stays like this, we go straight to penalties. There's no extra time or anything like that. One will wonder what pressure is on Unai Emery to deliver this season. PSG missing out last.
He only signed a 2-year contract with the option of a 3rd if everything went well, so he knows he'll have to deliver.
If he doesn't, obviously, won't have to worry about the extension.
Amazing how things change so quickly in football. A few years ago, 2 cups, domestic cups, would have been a good season for PSG, but not really acceptable. Nowadays, with the money they've pumped into the club and the demands that the owners have,
it's been somewhat given away. Here comes Cagliari. Couldn't go all the way. Guedes denied. Kick just outside the area, and that's a bit of a show of dissent. And that's going to be a yellow card. Shove on Sakine. Guedes with the push.
Great determination from Keane to create that chance. He almost got through and then chased all the way back to dispossess Guedes, causing all sorts of problems.
That yellow card going down against the name of Guedes, but I would just wonder about that. I thought maybe the show of dissent to actually lose the uncle Pickles. Get that confirmed if it's not Guedes. Juventus free kick. Great position for it too. Good strike. Areola getting in the way and clear.
He's getting a good workout, Areola, in this game. Another free kick save, this time from Pjanic.
Pastore and Remy Deschamps will be next to come on. Deschamps, 21-year-old, third choice goalkeeper at the club. So Di Maria's night is done, and Remy Pastore will replace him. 40 million euros, give or take 1 or 200. He cost way back when, 2011 from Palermo, and Deschamps is on, and Areola will be coming off. 23-year-old replaced by 21-year-old. He'll savour it, definitely.
Two of the stars of the PSG team tonight leave the field. Areola getting down very well to push that free kick away, and Di Maria, he was in very good form, very good sign for PSG ahead of the new campaign. That's the kind of performance he should be delivering every week though.
62% possession for Paris Saint-Germain as well now, which is not something we're used to seeing against Juventus. Guedes with the equaliser 8 minutes into the second half, and he's played just 354 minutes of competitive football for the club since joining in January. And the finish, superb! Marquisio puts Juventus back in front again. Despite the new names being brought on, it's the old stages that are making things tick for Juve tonight.
Brilliant goal from a Juve point of view, poor one for PSG to concede. Kurzawa didn't look, just played it straight to Keane, and he laid it on a plate for Marquisio, although that was a superb finish in the end. Just one goal for him last season in Serie A. He'll get a lot more if he continues to finish like that. No chance for the new keeper. Great goal for Marquisio.
Still had a lot to do, but he made it happen. Principito with a gorgeous goal. Pastore. Great team by Keane. The first two goals have been assisted by Argentines, Dybala and Di Maria. Not that one. Moise Keane with the tee-up, but what a gorgeous finish it was by Claudio Marquisio.
Again, a lot of the credit has to go to Keane on that one. Teenager has been very alert, and not the first time he nipped in to intercept a pass. A slack one from a PSG player. He actually has a goal in Serie A to his name already. Scored on the final day of the season in a 2-1 win over Bologna. So he is a player that Juve have a lot of hope for.